Hi, my name is Carlo, one of the software developers here in DevTech. Today's session, I will be discussing some of the Zoho SalesIQ features. So first, I will talk about how to track returning visitors and their previous interactions. Second is how to use UTM parameters to identify traffic sources. Third, how to segment visitors based on referring URLs. And lastly, how to measure visitor engagement time on each page. So to start off, the first topic will be how to track returning visitors and their previous interactions. So tracking returning visitors in SalesIQ allows you to identify repeat website visitors and view their previous chats, page visits, and activity history. This helps your team provide personalized and contextual support. So in order for us to do that, here in our live view in the SalesIQ, on the left side, we have different tabs. So we have here visitors. All you have to do is click here. We can just choose leads first. And here we can already identify for each lead. We can under the visitor information, we have a list of information. So we have, for example, the first visit, last visit, the number of visits, specifically for the specific person, which is visitor 1512. The visitor made twice of the visits here and initiated a conversation once. So you can actually see straight to the point when you navigate to a specific lead. Under profile, we have the personal information, the visitor information. You can also check the conversations if you have calls and other activities as well. Okay, so it's easy for us to identify and distinguish for each visitor information and other um, information that you need to the customer. Okay, so for the second topic, which is how to use UTM parameters to identify traffic sources. So it helps you identify where your website traffic is coming from, such as Facebook ads, Google campaigns, or email marketing. So Zoho SalesIQ captures these parameters to help analyze marketing performance. So for us to do that, all you have to do is head to your setup. Then under automate, we have visitor routing. Here we have an example that I created earlier is it says campaign source is Facebook. Let me just hit edit. So what it means is we have a audience criteria, which is our campaign source is Facebook. So let me just hit click this. So what it means is, let me just type campaign. So we have a list of campaign lists such as campaign source. Let me just hover it. So UTM used to identify a search engine, use letter name or other source. For terms, it is used for paid search. For medium, it is used to identify a medium such as email or cost per click. Content is used for testing and content targeted ads. Campaign name is used for keyword analysis to identify a specific product promotion or strategic campaign. So a visitor routing is when we have a contact or or a lead rather with a campaign source is Facebook, a routing criteria will be triggered or routed to. So it really depends on how your process goes. We can just choose to route it to all available operators, specific operators, could be last attendee, or we can also have it the CRM lead or contact owner, or we can not just route it to them. So routing types can be from first available, least loaded, we can route it one by one, or simultaneous routing. So for this case, we wanted to route it. We want to have this visitor routing specifically for our campaign source is Facebook. But we can also add more if you wish. You can just simply just type you want it like content, or you can just say it really depends what the criteria you want. Maybe you can just add um, not container matches, not matches. Let's just say begins with, let's just say, email. Okay, so from that, when a customer or lead is pushed through, it will read this visitor routing. If the audience criteria is met, since this is an AND, it should now proceed with the routing criteria and proceed with the routing type. Okay. So for the third topic is how to segment visitors based on referring URLs. Segmenting visitors based on the referring URLs allows you to group website visitors according to the website or source they came from, such as Google, partner sites, or social media. So this enables targeted engagement strategies. So in order for us to do that, go to setup. Then under automate, we have triggers. Then let's try to create one. So title depends on your process. Let's just say for demo purposes, let's just say. Then you have to specify a brand. So for this case, we want to specify what brand should we assign or transfer that customer. So let's just say we want the brand under demo brand, and we want to say I want this person to be routed for this specific audience criteria. Let's just say if the customer is from Facebook, we want to specify or route that to that brand that is only for Facebook. Okay, so we can actually choose how to initiate the trigger when the visitor could be lands on the website, access any page on the website. We can also perform a custom action, or we can have it leave the website. Okay, for this case, we want to land it on the website, and for the trigger type, we want to send a chat invite. Okay, we can also modify the operator's name. We can also initiate how many duration. Could be 10 seconds, hours, or could be minutes, and we can also have a specific greeting. For example, we want to, as mentioned earlier, if we want to specify that customer routed to a specific brand, it's because we wanted to have it segregated. So from the greeting message, we can just say, "Hey, this is from, let's just say, Facebook team," But we have to make sure that the brand is for that specific Facebook. Okay, so we have to make sure that your audience criteria is met for that to be routed for that specific Facebook team. Okay. So for the fourth topic is how to measure visitor engagement time on each page. So in SalesIQ, we can track how long visitor stays on each page of your website. This helps identify high interest content and potential drop of pages. So here in SalesIQ, just navigate on the left side. We have reports. Just click it. Just click reports. From here, we can already identify straight to the point details. So here we have total visits, average visit duration, total page views, average pages per visit, and average time on a page. So on the left side, we can determine if we want it to be for brands, operators, bots, and live insights. On the right side, we can also identify if you want to see your reports based on today, last 6 hours, yesterday, this week. It could be last month or this month. So let's just change it to this month for now, so we can see real analytics. So if we scroll down a bit, we have website visits. We can set it from hours, days, a week, or day, depending on what information you wanted to see. Okay, so from here you can already determine how many pages per visit did the customers did. Okay, we can also check the several straight to the point details that we wish to see already. So once we have landed on reports tab, you wanted to see like an overview. So this is it. So if you like scroll down a bit, you'll actually see some of the reports. We can see or check the visits by device, if they're from a desktop, mobile, or others. We can also check different types of sources, could be direct, referral from a Facebook ads, and so much more. On the bottom part, we can also check by region. The next is we can also see the conversation volume. Again, we can also change it depending from your filter. It could be hours, days, or weeks. Going down, we can also check the brand performance. Okay, so this is just an overview on how we check our reports. Again, we can make it as brands, operators, bots, and live insights. And yeah, this is how we want to check or measure the engagement time for our sales IQ.